The 2013 Indy Lights Freedom 100 took place on May 24th, 2013. This has to be one of the wildest Indy Lights races I've ever seen. Unfortunately, this race is not on the calendar anymore, but hopefully it returns soon because it was a pretty big deal to win this race. Although the field was small and only 11 cars, there was plenty of drivers in this field that would race in the IndyCar series, like Gabby Chavez, Sage Karam, Carlos Munoz, Zach Veach, and Jack Hawksworth. Due to the low horsepower on the big 2.5 mile speedway, the racing would be insanely close and drafts would be huge. It'd be pretty much next to impossible for the leader or anyone to pull away from another person, as these cars are basically running wide open around the whole track. When the field set out for the pace laps, unfortunately this is where the first trouble of the race would actually happen as well.
Between all the drivers participating in total of 194 practice laps, as we've got the 22 car of Jimmy Simpson, who was set to start 11th off the track during the pace lap.
Looks like cold tires there. Case of cold tires.
Yeah, bit him just a bit, and as we here he is at the back of the field, set to start 11th, trying to warm him up a bit. And Joseph, what happened?
You know, he just got on the throttle a little too quick. He's in the back there. Like we've mentioned, this is a cold racetrack. Jimmy's got very little experience in the Indy Lights cars, and they can bite you. They can turn around on you quick. I've seen that happen in the best. It definitely gets away from me sometimes.
Unfortunately, Jimmy Simpson ran into a little bit of trouble there. He's the last car on the grid. He was trying to warm up his tires, and he actually ended up losing it going into the infield grass. Fortunately, this wasn't really an issue. He was able to keep the car going, and he rejoined the field for the start of the race. For as little cars there was, the field was very, very organized, tightly packed together, and Jimmy Simpson would catch up in time, and the 11-car field would take the green flag.
Youngest front row qualifier for the Indianapolis 500 since Rex Mays in 1935 at age 21. He will start on the outside. It is Sage Karam from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, set to lead the field to the green flag.
This is a nice formation.
Really is on a beautiful day at the world's greatest race course. Fans will come to their feet as the drivers wait, and the green flag is out. This is a great start.
There it is, great start, actually. Sage, he wants that inside line, doesn't he? Oh, look at the Blarney car.
That's Peter Dempsey.
Dempsey, who we talked about earlier. Nice move there, Joseph, to go from third to second.
Absolutely. You know, he's an aggressive guy, and he's more calculated now. He's always been too aggressive, but I think he's going to be strong this race.
Okay, so he snookered Munoz just a bit there.
And you see Munoz, he's putting that wheel all the way under the white line. He's been doing that in an IndyCar, actually, and it's been scaring people. So we'll see if that bites him today.
Okay, so Munoz will drop back to third as we watch Hawksworth. Now keep in mind, Hawksworth desperately maybe trying to get himself back into the championship hunt. He needs a good finish here today.
He really needs to win. I mean, he needs to start getting some wins back under his belt. He knows how to do it. He's making a nice run right now, running side by side, actually. Kyle O'Gara looking good as well.
Yep, so once again, Munoz now, Joseph, he's going to look to the inside, right along the inside wall.
Once the green flag flew, everyone got off to a really good and clean start with no issues at all. But that would change coming to the conclusion of lap number 2.
Oh, you got to spin. Stay off the wall. Oh, that's Kyle O'Gara.
Maybe a little bit too much too soon. He was looking good.
Absolutely. And the shaming thing about that, you saw him coming. He was very quick. Probably just got a little too aggressive early, but man, he was quick right off the...
Picture damage. I mean, you see, just being aggressive.
Yeah.
He started back, got underneath that white line, and they feel so good. I mean, as racing drivers, we can both tell you, when you're out there, sometimes the cars feel so good, and they feel like you're invincible, and they're just going to go around there. But when they step out, you hope you can always catch it. Sometimes you can't. In Kyle's case, he definitely didn't catch it this time.
And let's remind everyone, Joseph, this is happening at nearly 190 miles an hour.
Kyle O'Gara would unfortunately loop his car around when he got too low in turn number 4, losing control and going head-on into the wall. Thankfully, no other cars were collected in this incident, and he was able to drive the car back to pit road. This would obviously put an end to Kyle's day, as he would end up retiring from the race, finishing in the 11th and the final spot. The field would come back to the green flag on lap number 6, and this would be the run all the way to the finish.
Is out, and Joseph right now, Sage Karam, he's on the game. It's a good start, but he's got to hold off Munoz.
He's looking super strong. You know, these temperatures are incredible. I think he's setting really good. He knows that he's got to stay up front. The key to this race is not getting out of the lead, and that's really important. You get past, you want to pass him right back, and I think that's what Sage's strategy is.
Zach Veach would like to go to the outside, has tried it a couple of times on Dempsey, and now Davey's going to do it again.
He looks like he may have a run on has the line going into 3.
So Veach on the outside, and how difficult is it, Joseph, to pass on the outside here in a lights car?
On lap 14, Jack Hawksworth would bring his car down pit road and retire from the race after he made contact with the outside wall. The car didn't look that heavily damaged, but there was enough suspension damage to warrant a retirement. The field would actually be relatively calm for the rest of the race, just being very patient with each other, pretty much riding in a single file line. But that would all change on the last lap, and we would see one of the craziest finishes ever.
See, in the red and white car we'll watch, here comes Chavez on the outside.
He's going to wait. It looked like he was going to try and make it too wide, which would have put Karam in a tough position, but now he ducks back. And we'll go on to the backstretch in a second.
Carlos Munoz in the 26th. Alliser entry out in front, took over the lead on lap 14. Has led the last 25 laps. Here we go, side by side, hit the 3.
Here's the move for Karam.
So here's Sage Karam. Now Chavez going to make it 3 wide to the outside, guys.
This is tight.
Oh, baby.
This is what people look
Through
for.
3. Oh, Karam and Munoz nearly touch. On the outside of 4, remaining 3 wide. Gabi Chavez. We're going to have a 3 wide shootout at the line. It's a drag race. At the
got
end
the
of it.
momentum?
Here comes Dempsey. Dempsey's going to go 4 wide. It's going to be. Dempsey won it. Oh, Dempsey won it.
That was a 4-wide finish in the Indy Lights.
Unbelievable.
That is the craziest finish in history.
That's got to be the best finish ever at IMS.
4 wide at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it's Peter Dempsey, the Irishman, who gets his first Firestone Indy Lights win by going to the outside 4 wide
How about
and
Munoz
winning
in
it by,
4th?
oh my gosh.
Unreal.
Oh, let's watch it again. That's incredible. Got to be the greatest finish in the history of this speedway as Dempsey, maybe by 4 inches.
That looks staged.
Oh.
Mike. Look how staged that picture looks. That's an actual race run to the finish.
My word, 26 thousandths of a second. The difference at the line as it is Dempsey who wins it. Chavez winds up second, Karam third, and Munoz who was the 26 10,000.
And people could not hear the reaction.
10,000.
Unbelievable.
.0026 as, guys, it will not get better than
How
that.
could you make it better?
It will not get better than that. Boy, Peter Dempsey, we've talked about, this guy maturing. What an unbelievable drive now by Peter Dempsey.
And I'll tell you what, the guy deserves it.
One of the most insane finishes ever, probably the best finish in open wheel history. If not, it's got to be up there. Absolutely insane. Peter Dempsey, who was in 4th place coming out of turn number 4, ends up snatching the win at the line. And just one of the all-time great finishes at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, that'll wrap it up for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more great racing content just like this. Just want to give one more big shout out to Flow Sports for supporting the channel. If you want to subscribe to them, the link is in the description below. And I hope I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care, everybody.